What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another F1 video. It's a lovely Wednesday. We're up here to check out the bad boys of F1. Shout out to the Perspective All Craig Wilson, great content creator. So we are up here to check out the bad guys of F1. You know, the Jokers. You know, the Harley Quinns. You know who's Superman's arch nemesis. We got what, Sandman, that's Spider-Man, Venom, Green Goblin. Basically the bad guys of Formula 1. You guys know what I mean. But anyway, we are going to check it out. We are going to see what's on. But before we even get to the video, shout out to my dog, Checo Perez, for signing a contract extension with Red Bull. A tad bit surprised. I thought this year hasn't been as good as last season. But obviously, he's still a very good secondary driver. Of course, Max Verstappen as well. So, excited to see him sticking with Red Bull. I was surprised at first, because I wasn't really expecting it, but obviously, I won't be surprised if we start seeing some more like moves getting ready for next season, because obviously we already seen Lewis Hamilton, we have seen Nico Hulkenberg, you know, obviously Ocon's leaving, and now Checo Perez is staying with Red Bull. So who's next? Like, what's the next move we could see in Formula 1? You guys let me know in the comments down below. And I also see you guys top 5 list of greatest drivers. I did see that. I think I either liked it or responded to all of them as well. So as always, boys and girls, I always appreciate you guys leaving you guys responses, you know, being interactive, stuff like that. I can't thank you guys enough. And I honestly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys, man. It's a lot, but it's always good to see. Let's get started with the video. Don't forget to like the video.
With over 70 years of history, not everything and everyone has been smooth sailing. Personnel, drivers, the characters. It's what forms part of our sport. Some we love and others we don't. Legacy is something that exists in any sport, but some that are left behind are remembered for different reasons. Not everybody goes out on top. Some depart the sport on bad terms, or are even forced out for various different reasons. Today, we will explore 3 different people who have left their mark.
God, you know what's crazy? 2 out of the 3 we already know about. William Story and Flavio Briatore. But in the middle, I have no idea. But he looks like he did some like suspicious shit. He looks like he did some suspicious shit.
In Formula 1. In my opinion, they could be remembered as the bad boys. Flavio Briatore is a fascinating Formula 1 personality to look at, an Italian businessman with a big background. In 1990, Flavio Briatore was picked by Luciano Benetton to become the commercial director of Benetton Formula 1 team. Not long after, Flavio was promoted to managing director, and his journey in the Formula 1 world would truly begin. With the goal of turning Benetton into a winning unit, the biggest move would come when Flavio brought Michael Schumacher to the team, winning 2 championships before his departure to Ferrari. Flavio later became the manager of Fernando Alonso and secured him a drive with Minardi. It's said that Flavio had an eye for talent, and Fernando would later win 2 championships with Renault in 2005 and 2006, while Briatore was the team principal. Criticism of Flavio still exists through former drivers, but the real controversy would take place in 2008. The Crashgate controversy has been told 1,000 times and is remembered as one of the worst controversies in F1 history. At the time, it was seen as a simple crash on Nelson Piquet Jr.'s part, but a year or so later, after Nelson had been dropped by the team, he claimed he was told by Flavio Briatore and Pat Simmons to deliberately crash the car. A safety car was bought out, and his teammate Fernando Alonso would win the race. Flavio and Renault initially said they would take legal action against Nelson, but just days later, it was announced that Flavio and Pat Simmons had left Renault. The incident was damaging for the team.
Why would you leave a team? Now, please correct me if I'm wrong. I maybe have like a stupid moment, but why, after getting accused of these of this report, would you decide to leave your team a few days after this report comes out? Mm.
with title
That's
sponsor
interesting.
IMG removing their branding. It's a sight that is engraved in my memory. Flavio Briatore was initially banned indefinitely, but this was later overturned. Flavio claimed he wouldn't return to Formula One either way, but as
Good.
we have seen recently, we might be seeing him around a lot more. He managed some big names, signed some top quality racing talent, but that one night in Singapore arguably rises above the others. The king of good times. Vijay Mallya was once on top of the world, a businessman with various different ventures, beverages, an airline, and Force India Formula One
I
team.
figured it
The
was
Force
Force
India
India. I just
Formula
didn't want
One
to say
team
it.
is well loved, and after Vijay purchased the former Midland F1 team, Force India had a slow start like anyone else that was new to the sport. The team would improve and gained a reputation as being big achievers on a smaller budget, with some striking liveries, great driver talent throughout the years, and just an all-out good vibe about it. They were a great addition to Formula One. Vijay Mallya had a presence on the grid and in the paddock. The glasses, the hairstyle, the beard. In
He just
2012, Kingfisher
he just
Airlines
looked
was
apart.
approaching $1 billion in losses.
Ooh.
Welcome aboard Kingfisher Airlines. From the day we've started flying, I've tried to create the finest experience for you and bring back the element of style in travel.
Planes were grounded and staff went on strike due to the pay dispute. It was a bad look for the once unique and fresh airline. In 2018, the future of Force India was uncertain, with the team going into administration during the Hungarian Grand Prix weekend. It was alleged that Vijay Mallya had been chased by up to 17 Indian banks over non-repaid loans. India has been fighting to extradite Vijay from the UK back to India, and after losing an appeal in 2020, he was set to be extradited until India were notified that it would be delayed due to a confidential legal matter. The situation of Vijay Mallya is extremely complex and extensive. There is a documentary about him on Netflix called Bad Boy Billionaires, which goes deep into his business ventures and his life, and also his epic parties. I liked the Force India brand in the sport. It was one that a lot of people got around and quietly supported for their underdog spirit.
Time out. So this dude here, I can't even describe Buddy. Buddy's just an idiot. Buddy's just dumb. Like he's just dumb. Why? Why? The worst part was that my boy was trying to hide out in the freaking UK. It seems like India's like, nah, bring that ass here, boy. Like bring back, like come back. We like we're going to get you back here because you're in trouble. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Jeez, man.
The fall of Vijay Mallya meant the fall of Force India. The team was saved by Lawrence Stroll and would later be rebranded as Racing Point, and as of 2021, Aston Martin Formula One team. In 2019, the Haas VF19 was unveiled with
Poor
a black
Haas,
and gold
bro.
livery with
Poor
the
Haas.
branding of Rich Energy. I thought the black and gold combination worked really nicely and there was an element of class to it. We were also introduced to a man with one of the strongest beards Formula One ever saw.
that shit's nasty.
His name? William Story, the CEO of Rich Energy. The legitimacy of Rich Energy was questioned by fans when financial documents appeared and showed the company having £581 in the bank. This is where it all kind of kicked off. What exactly was Rich Energy? Who was this man? And what were Haas doing? Either way, they sponsored the team until their messy breakup during the season. Rich Energy's Twitter account, which many suspect was run by William Story, tweeted about being better than Red Bull after finishing ahead on the first day of testing.
And you know what's crazy? You can just kind of tell it may be him just in terms of like all these extra hashtag shit. Hashtag world class, hashtag rich energy, hashtag Haas F1, hashtag F1, hashtag Barcelona, hashtag elite. Bro, no offense, but there ain't nothing elite about Haas. There ain't nothing elite about you, bro. You're a fool. Bro, like, Haas has not really been that great. Obviously, the drivers haven't really helped, but obviously losing Steiner. Then this season, they haven't really been great this season. Like, they thought they hit on the mark, but like, My thing is this: I've always felt this about like Haas, and like I'm not gonna like keep y'all waiting and stuff like that because y'all probably like, oh, here comes Chaz talking. Shut the hell up, Chaz. Couldn't you have Haas like deep dived into bro before they even like signed him? Like, is that like that's just me? Like, did they really deep
I
dive
mean,
into
sure,
it?
there's nothing wrong with a bit of banter, but I think it was a little bit more for Williams' story. Before the British Grand Prix weekend kicked off, Rich Energy announced that they had terminated their deal with Haas. There was also the White Bike saga, which saw Rich Energy and Williams' story
Just
in
copied
court
it.
defending themselves against copyright
Just
infringement.
copied
With the
it.
two logos being
They
strikingly
just made it
similar, it
thicker.
had people online talking. Rich Energy would lose the case and were ordered to pay costs. The Rich Energy Haas saga is one of the most bizarre things to happen in the modern Formula One era. Williams' story was and still isn't afraid to speak his mind, and to this day he has people talking and replying to his tweets, not always in a positive light. Either way, I never got to try Rich Energy. I heard it's being sold in Australia somewhere, but in my experience it hasn't been so simple like going to the local shops and buying one out of the fridge. Rich Energy wanted to compete with Red Bull on and off the track, the next big energy drink brand and force in Formula One. They have often teased their return to the sport, and some were convinced we would see the Rich Energy branding back on a Formula One car, but still to this day, Rich Energy have been absent from Formula One.
And also, let's not forget what he just said. They were trying to come in their first season, compete with Red Bull in the first season. Bro, you should be competing with like Williams and like like AlphaTauri and them back then. Like Red Bull. I mean, I think what 2019 was that like Mercedes really? Mercedes really kicking off. Like Mercedes is going crazy, obviously, but bro, Red Bull. Jesus Christ, mate. Y'all let me know which three out of here was the worst one. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. I feel like it's bro right here. I thought VJ, Village was bad, and I thought Tori. They're all bad. They're all freaking pieces of crap. But I tell you, man, this Williams story, bro, the Haas, jeez, man, get the hell out. I'll see you guys then. Peace.